Welcome to week 4 of piano lessons. You've done a great job of learning the basics of piano and also 2 whole songs. Let's keep up the good work and head over to our pianos. All right, first things we always start with is our warm-ups. It's like stretching your fingers, right? So let's start playing up and down the stairs. C to G, and then G back down to C with our right hand. And make sure you have the proper hand and finger structure with the egg underneath, playing on the tips of your fingers, and no sticky fingers. Okay, so we're going to do this 5 times together. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Third time. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Fourth time. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Good job. All right, we're going to do the same thing now, but with our left hand. So you were on middle C before, right here with your thumb, and you're going to find the C that's below middle C. So it should be down here where my pinky is, okay? So your pinky is on C, your fourth finger is on D, your third finger is on E, your second finger is on F, and your thumb is on G. Okay, so we're going to play that 5 times, a little bit slower. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Go up and down the stairs and try not to have sticky fingers, okay? Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Third time. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Fourth time. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Last time. C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C. Great job. Today I want to talk a bit about a metronome. So what is a metronome? It's this little device that keeps a steady beat while you're playing. So you can either buy an analog metronome like this one, or there are digital ones out there as well. Or you can just actually get a metronome app on your phone, which is probably the easiest. So this is what the metronome app looks like, and you can see there is a number here that tells you how fast you're going to be playing it. So if you press the play button, you'll hear a little click, and you just listen to this click while you're playing your piano, and you try to follow that rhythm, okay? And so you can make it go faster, right, by increasing the number. If you wanted to go to 82, right, you see how that's a bit faster. And, you know, I think you can actually just go like that, right? Drag it, and like when you feel confident with your piano playing, then you can just speed up the tempo. Tempo is just a fancy word for how fast you're playing it. But yeah, I think, you know, starting out, you want to probably go with a lower number. I actually think like 60 is a good place to start with that. And yeah, remember to play your music to the beat. All right, let's take out our staff papers and see if you can write a treble clef. Okay, as I'm doing this on my paper, I want you to do it on yours. Okay, so it should look something like this. And a staff, we talked about last time, has how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, right? Good. Once you've completed drawing your treble clef, I want you to go to the staff below the treble clef and draw a bass clef. So do this on your paper as I'm drawing mine. Remember, it looks like a little ear, and the 2 dots go in between this second to top line. Okay, so it should look something like this. All right, now let's, as a review, we're going to write the notes C, D, E, F, G on the treble clef. Okay, so see if you can do that as I'm writing it on mine. Do it on yours as well. Okay, so it should look something like this. And remember, C has its own ledger line. D is right below the bottom line. It's on a space. E is on the bottom line, on the line. It's a line note. And F is on the bottom space note. And G, the last one, is on the line, right? C, D, E, F, G. Good. Now see if you can point to E. Which one's E? Should be this one, right? Good. And where is G? G should be right here, right? Where is F? F is in between them. Good. And where is C? Middle C is this one. And where's D? Yep. It's the one in the middle. Okay, so make sure you label your notes. Last week we learned C, D, and E, right? Okay, and today we're going to learn the new note F. Okay, so F is that space note on the bottom space. Okay, so look at this note and see if you can remember it. F, okay? Ideally, you would be able to remember what all of these notes look like, right? And you see an E and you know it's an E. But sometimes, you know, you can't always remember what all the notes are. And so, for example, I want to teach you a little way to try to figure it out if you forget what the note is. So the trick is to always remember where middle C is, right? So middle C is that ledger line, right? So, but just say, I forgot what this note was, right? And I see this in my music. I'm like, oh no, what is it? So I remember in my head, right? Oh, middle C's right here, right? So you can actually count up, right? C, and then this C, middle C is on the line, right? And then you go to the next space, would be D. Next line would be E. And next space would be F, right? So you just count C, D, E, F. You're like, oh, this must be an F. It's the new note, and I forgot it, but now I know it, right? So you can always count up from middle C. And just say you remember now, okay, this is F, right? And then you see this note and you're like, oh no, I forgot what that note was, right? And so you know that the note below it is F, right? Like this note right here that we just talked about. So you just climb up one more from the space to the line and you are at that note that you don't know. So F, you remember the alphabet, C, D, E, F. After F is G, right? So that's how you can figure it out. Now that you remember these notes, C, D, E, F, G, and how they're written, do you remember what finger do you play middle C with? That you play middle C with? Your thumb, right? And then what do you play D with? Your pointer, right? And then what about E? You play with your third finger, right? C, D, E. And F is what? F is your fourth finger, right? And G is your pinky. Okay, so you can pretend like you're on the piano. You would play C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so sometimes when you don't have a piano around, you can actually look at some sheet music and see if you can hear the notes in your head, right? Like C, D, E, F, G. So that's one way to actually practice when you're not next to a keyboard. All right, because you guys have been doing so well, I wanted to also cover a little bit of bass clef. And we're just going to get started with this. We'll review more of this next week, but I wanted to at least introduce it for this week. So draw your bass clef again. Make sure that you have enough space, because I think last time we were drawing a bit on the treble clef and we might not have enough space. So make sure you have a bass clef. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw a middle C again. Okay? All right, so that's middle C, right? With its own ledger line. So it's the same for bass clef. Okay? And then we're going to go to the next note, which is on a space. Okay, so this note is B. Okay, so this is middle C, and this is B. All right, so just remember that. C, B. Okay, so the new notes we learned today were C and B on the left hand, and F on the right hand. Okay, C, B, and F. Now in terms of fingering for the bass clef, middle C you're going to actually play with your thumb, okay, your left thumb, okay? And B is with your pointer. So C and then B, C, B, C, B, okay? So we are going to head to the piano now and practice a couple songs with our new notes. The next song we're going to play together is called The Church Organ, okay? Have you guys heard a church organ before? Maybe in a church? So this song, you are going to pretend to be like a church organ, okay? So let's see what notes are in the church organ song. So the first one right here, do you guys remember what note this is? It's the new note we learned today, which is F. That's right, that's F. So remember, if you couldn't remember it, you can always go down to C, and you go C, D, E, F, right? That's actually a clue for the rest of the notes. So this is F, right? And then the next note, you go one below F, and that is what? That is E, right? And then you take another step down the stairs, and you're at what note? That's D, right? And then you go another step down, and what is that? middle C, right? So you go do, 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 walk down the stairs, right? And then from C, we go up a step to what? To D, right? And then you take another step up, and you go where? To E, and then you land on what? What note? F, right? Our new note. So this F is a little bit different from this F. What is different about this F and that one? This one is how many beats? It's 4 beats, right? It is a whole note. And this one is how many beats? It's 2 beats. It's a half note, okay? So all of these, they all look like what kind of a note? They are all half notes, right? So these are all going to be 2 beats long. And then you end on this measure that is 4 beats long on the F. Okay, so now you know the first row. Let's look at the second row. So before we go into what all the notes are, I want you to look at what is the difference between this row and that row. Can you see any differences? I'll give you a minute to take a look at it. Are there any differences? No, right? They're the exact same. Okay, so you just repeat it. So once you learn the top row, then you already know the bottom row, right? It's a 2-for-1 deal. So, yeah, so basically we can go through these notes again, but they are the same notes. So this is what? This is F, right? Our new note. And then E, D, C, D, E, and F. That's right. Good. So remember, we're going to head to our pianos to play in a little bit. But remember, when you play, F is on your 4th finger, right? F is on your 4th finger. And then E is on your 3rd finger. And D is on your 2nd finger. And C is on your thumb. D is on your 2nd finger, E is on your 3rd finger, F is on your 4th finger, right? And so let's finger this last row together, the same thing. So F, E, D, C, D, E, F, okay? F, E, D, C, D, E, F. Okay, so we'll practice that on the piano now. Okay? Okay, we are going to play the church organ. Okay, so for this song, we start off with which hand? With our right hand, right? Because we are in the treble clef. And the first note is going to be F, right? The new note that we learned. So that is your 4th finger, okay? C, D, E, F, right? Okay? So, F is with your 4th finger, E is with your 3rd finger, D with your 2nd, and then C with your thumb. Okay? So, I'm going to use our little metronome, and I'm going to give you 4 beats free, and then we're going to play it together. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Let's do it one more time, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Now I just want us to play it one time singing the letter notes, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. F, E, D, C, D, E, F, 2, 3, 4. F, E, D, C, D, E, F, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. You're a great church organist. What a great job you did today. You learned the new note F in your right hand and C and B in your left hand. So I want you to really practice those two notes this coming week and also your new songs. And once you feel comfortable with it, feel free to record it as well. It'll be great to just see your progress as you continue to learn piano. And if you feel comfortable with it, feel free to email me. I'd love to see your progress as well. And if you'd like me to feature it in our future videos, I'd definitely be happy to. My email should be below in the comments. And if you enjoyed today's lesson and you want to see more of this, please like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And that's it. I will see you next week. Bye.